What's going on, everybody? I figured that there may be some folks out there might not be doing any Christmas stuff. And I thought it'd be cool if we got together, had a few chit-chats, hung out a little bit. Although there's nobody on right now. So I'm just talking to nobody. Maybe I put this on the wrong channel. Maybe everybody is hanging out. Oh, we got 5 people. Maybe everybody is hanging out with their loved ones tonight. But I know some people, maybe a little bit older, maybe can't travel or something like that. Maybe don't have any family or friends. Well, we can be friends here. So, yeah, we can look at this. We got 63 people. Merry Christmas, Josie. Gino, my friend. It's great to see you. Gino's a personal friend. He's a patron of mine. We've gotten to know each other really well. He's up in the Northeast, which I know can be very difficult for you, Gino. Not just during the holidays, but pretty much all the time. I'm just kidding. People in the Northeast are great. Just kidding. Yo, McGroup. Chris Carlson, looking festive. Thank you. Got my Grinch gear on. This is actually my favorite scarf. I love wearing this scarf. What I do usually, if it's cold enough, is I have a leather jacket like a Negan from The Walking Dead would wear. And then I put this on and I wrap it up just like Negan. So that's like my Negan Halloween/Christmas outfit. I love it. Greg. Hey, I'm lonely. Well, that's why we're here. We're going to do this tonight. I thought it'd be fun. Good evening, Rainey from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Dandy, Danger Will Robinson. Merry Christmas, Jay LeBlanc. Merry Christmas from Franktown, Colorado. I bet you're having a white Christmas. Merry Christmas, Vincent. 79 now. We got 111 now. Hey, if you're just getting here, like it. Like the live stream. Christmas Eve live stream. Daniel Loomis. Wasn't that the name of the doctor from Halloween? Richard Loomis? No, maybe that's from Scream. Scream. Hey, Jason P. What up? Merry Christmas to you, LFC Church or LFC Hirsch. What's up, bud? Chris Pyle, my man. Another long-time patron, close personal friend. Although Chris and I need to spend some more time together. Chris is a very intelligent guy. Works in, what is that? Animal husbandry, specializing in ostriches. Super smart guy. He's done a lot for the ostrich industry. Jane Tyre. Randall, Merry Christmas Eve. What's up? Watching a classic Con Air. Merry Christmas from Brazil. Wow. I'm getting ready after this. Really what this is doing is I'm killing a little bit of time till the girls kind of fall into a deep sleep. And then I'm going to watch a little bit of Die Hard to make sure they're asleep. And then my work for the evening truly begins. Although I don't have a ton of assembly tonight, but there is a little bit of assembly required. Mr. Mafu, to you, Merry Christmas. Alan Wilson, all the way from New Zealand. Wow. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Randy. Merry Christmas to you, Alpha JCB JB Volard1. Merry Christmas, Jay. Cold night, sitting by the fireplace. Well, I envy you. It's like 70 degrees. And a lot of people would think that's cool, but not me. I like it cold on Christmas. Although I'm going up north after Christmas to visit my daughter and her children, which means I'm a grandfather. Apparently, they're going to get like 6 to 9 inches of snow in the next few days. Merry Christmas from Omaha, Lloyd. How coincidental. Merry Christmas, Jerry. Merry to you, Richard. Merry, right back to you. Merry Christmas, Nova Scotia. But it's nice and chilly up there. Nice hat. Thank you, Grinch hat. Actually stole this from my kids for the evening. Where are we going? We got to go this way. There we go. Let's see if we can pull it down. All right. 2:14 a.m. here in Spain. Feliz Navidad. Well, if you have kids, hopefully you got it all squared away. Merry Christmas, Dean DeBone. Merry Christmas from Greece. Wow. Brian Alexander. Randy, Merry Christmas. Same to you, my friend. Randy being the Grinchy out of me, and that's right. I've been far from the Grinch this year. I've spent entirely too much money for the Festivus holiday. Billy Winsock, already Christmas here. Congrats, Billy. What are you doing up so late? Go to bed, brother. Go to bed. What is that? 4 speakers. That would be 4 speakers bumping 5 golden amps. Waco. Good for you. Hanging out with Chip and Joanna. Merry Christmas from Duke Audio. Look at that. Merry Christmas, Duke Audio. You look cold. I'm far from cold. Actually, the hat and the scarf is a bad idea. A little itchy. Actually, it's actually cooling down a little bit here. Considering the Black Ice FX10 convinced me that tubes are not a hassle. Listen, man, if you get into the tubes, you do it for tubes. If you get into vinyl, you do it for vinyl, man, because you love it. So that is probably the best tube amp I've heard. And it puts out a fair amount of power. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Good evening and Merry Christmas from Rhode Island. I spent a summer in Rhode Island, Newport, the Navy base. ABDC. Ooh, look at the Predator. Bryston's for me. Whew. Good stuff. Merry Christmas, everybody. Harry Gary. Merry Christmas. No base. Todd T, my brother. Another longtime patron of me. Todd, how's it going? We got a super chat. Holy cow. Tim Price, $9.90. That's a pound, I think, right? Merry Christmas, Wales, UK. Of course it is. Tim, thank you so much. I might be coming to the UK next year, early next year. I can't tell you why. Very exciting though. Happy Christmas, LT. Merry Christmas, Randy and chat. The fourth color. Listening to Wish You Were Here. Early morning vibes. Very nice. Merry Christmas from Fall River, Massachusetts. From Idaho. Merry Christmas. $10 super sticker. Steve B. Thank you so much. Very generous. Rat Boy. Look at Mark. What up, Mark? Another longtime patron. Personal friend of mine. Watch out for Rudolph. My son hit one on the way to work this morning. Hit a reindeer? That would be something. I mean, if it was a whitetail, that'd be one thing. But a reindeer? What are the odds of that? Yeah, we just sprinkled the... before the girls went to bed. They went to bed like super early. My daughter was like 6:30. I'm going to bed. I'm like, all right. Anyway, we sprinkled the oatmeal, and then there's other stuff you sprinkle in there. They give it to the kids at school, and the night before, stuff for the reindeer. Apparently, the squirrels probably. OMG, Merry Christmas, everyone! Gonna be jamming out with my ZA3s. Very nice. I really like that thing. Got Merry Christmas Eve. What audio surprises lay wrapped under the tree tonight? Nothing, man. Every day's like Christmas for me. Now, most of it goes back to where it came from, but yeah, every day's Christmas for me. I just got my home theater set back up upstairs. I put all the Emotiva stuff up there. I'm running, I think I'm running 9 channels right now. Gonna add some rear heights. Oof, it's yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Wait a minute. In the UK, a pack of smoke's like $50, and it's what? That's crazy. Merry Christmas, Randy. Bought a mug for wifey. Aw. Thank you, Chris. Nunya. Hey, Kevin Gardner. Haven't seen you for a while. I'd like to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Kevin, same right back at you. Oh, man. Super chat's rolling in. Due to the fact that so many hi-fi retailers were Jewish back in the glory days, if you really want to partake of the hi-fi Christmas tradition, you're obligated to get some Chinese buffet. Sounds delicious. I love Chinese buffet. Where did that... Oh, is that the same one? Yeah, that's the same one. Never mind. I thought I got a new super chat. And go to the movies. I would go, but man, there's just nothing decent out. I was watching... What was I watching? Scrooged, which is a great movie, man. And then, what the heck were we watching? It was all shot on location. Watched Prey the other day. Good movie. It was just a simple movie. It's very good. Watched The Last Matrix last night. And, like, it wasn't great, but, I mean, it was fun. So, it was cool. Just ate steak and crab legs in Ohio with family. Merry Christmas. That sounds delicious. I think I'm going to eat the rest of an apple pie. Girls just kind of... We don't really have, like, Christmas Eve, we don't have anything. Tomorrow, we're having a big meal. It's going to be awesome. Going to be awesome. Merry Christmas Eve. What audio surprise is laying in the tree tonight? None. Did I already read that one? No, there's no audio surprise. There's a lot of, like... video game stuff and some electric scooters and stuff like that, all for the kids. I watched Leave the World Behind, then found out Obama helped direct it. I haven't heard of that movie. Have to check it out. DL200 V3 Shget Loki Wharfdale 12.2 and a sub that my father gave me, all for $7.80 with cables. What do you think? DL200, great. V3. Awesome. Loki Plus. Loki. Oh, awesome. That's the EQ. 12.2s. Awesome. Sub. Awesome. Love it. Love all of it. PS5. Yes. And then some Switch stuff. The PS5 was, I was kind of like on the fence about that. Maybe that present was a little bit for me too. Here's the thing. I was going to buy a new 4K DVD player, Blu-ray player. And I'm looking at them, and like a decent one was like $500. And I figured, why not? Why don't I just get a PS5? The kids may love it, and at worst case scenario, I use it as a 4K Blu-ray player, and then maybe play Spider-Man. So anyway, Simon Hackshaw, another long time patron, personal friend of mine. Simon Hackshaw, alone but not bored at all, polishing the sleigh and feeding the reindeer. Merry Christmas to y'all, my brother. Enjoy the festive tunes. Thank you, Simon. That was the thing. I figured that some of us we're going to be alone on this night. I know that sometimes that stinks. So I figured for an hour or so, we get together and hang out, chit-chat a little bit about life, audio, being lonely and depressed. That's the one thing. I don't want to be anybody be lonely and depressed. So if I can bring a little bit of Christmas cheer on the night before, then that's what I'm going to do. All right. Simon, thank you so much for your generous donation. Any affordable planar magnetic headphones that are really good? Yeah, you got it, brother. Hi-Fi Man, HE400 or 400 SE. Love these things. Little bit light on the bottom end, but you can EQ that up a little bit. For $100, it's just an amazing sounding headphone. Depends on what your definition of affordable is too. I think the Sundaras are down to 300. The what is it? Not the harmonic. That Moondrop Paras, excellent. About $300. Excelente. Yeah. Oops. So I learned over the years, and since I discovered you, I'm thankful for all it allowed me to enjoy more. Oh, well, thank you, Benoit. I think I pronounced that right. Edition XS dropped in price too. Ooh, one of my favorite headphones. Oh, you want to know what hasn't dropped in price? Check this out. I sent these in. I think I'm going to have a fun time reviewing this because I'm going to talk about all the things that you could buy instead of these, including like braces and stuff like that for the children. Although they're spectacular, they're the Meze Imperium 2s, I think. Anyway, they're really good. Obviously, right? Like they're terrible. No, they're actually really amazing. 300 or under. Yeah, so you got the Paras, you got the Sandaras. Personally, I'm a planar guy, so I like those. Those would be my choices. You could look around too. I'm not like super up to speed on the latest and greatest. Actually, the Monolith M570s, they're excellent too. Not the most comfortable things on the planet, but a lot of times you can get those for like $200. I like those. With enthusiasm. Merry Christmas. Is there a difference between preamp line out to amp versus headphone amp 3.5 out to RC adapter to amp? Yes, there can be. There can be. I think most of the time you can do that. And I've done that not with a 3.5. I did that with a 4.4 Pentacon. And I went out into the inputs. So you can look at that. You know, maybe ask around about it because sometimes like 2 volts is standard for line in. 2 to 4 volts is kind of like standard RCA input. So if it's any, and then you have to also look at like the impedance of the amp. So most of the times it'll work and you're not going to blow anything up. Yep, pronounced all right. All right, cool. The MT, oh yes, twos, nice. Yeah, they're really good. I mean, but like I said, they darn well better be good. I thought I was alone. There's a hedgehog in the garden staring at me. He hasn't moved for 5 minutes. Maybe he's a Cam fan. How can you see a hedgehog? Like, it's past midnight there, isn't it? Isn't it dark? I mean, I know it was summer solstice or winter solstice. The days are getting longer, but probably not that long. I bet. Just getting a text from my daughter saying one of my daughters can't sleep. I'm like, no kidding. It's 6:30 when you went to bed. I'm doing a live stream. I'll be done in about 40 minutes. Have her watch YouTube or something. There we go. Yeah. 2:30 in Spain. ZA3 cranks. Yeah. Hey, Cam from Cocoa, Florida. My brother's in Orlando right now. What's the best choice for a Wi-Fi DAC streamer under $300? Not a fan of my Weem. Wi-Fi DAC / streamer. Yeah, the Weem Pro Plus. AKM 4493. It's great. It's great. Comes in at like $220. A lot of times you get it on sale for $200. Remote control. Awesome. I knew you would keep them as a. Listen, I haven't even reviewed them. Chances are I'm not keeping them. And if they say I can keep them, then I'm not going to keep them. I'm going to like pay them probably cost for them. Because I don't want to be one of those guys that are like, oh, you keep gear and then sell it. I don't sell it. I actually have given about 50 products away through my Discord. No money exchanges hands. Actually, one of my fine patrons actually like takes the shipping as a hit. Hanukkah dude here. Hey, enjoying Vince Charlie Brown Christmas on my new Weem Pro. Skit Modi 3 and Duke STO1. 15-year-old Vanderstein. Very nice. Merry Christmas to all. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. I personally have a lot of friends that are Jewish. Happy Hanukkah to all y'all. All right. Oh, missed a super chat. Here we go. $5 from Steve. Merry Christmas, Steve. Thank you. Any recommendations for desktop speakers? Currently have SVS Prime satellites, but would like an upgrade. I'm sure those are awesome. Let's see. Bookshelf speakers. I tend to go a little bit bigger for bookshelf speakers. Actually, right now I have ELAC Unify 2.0. They're great. I mean, they'd be great in a big room too. But they image so well. Like, even though I'm so close to the right speaker, I'm still getting imaging like right in the middle of my wall. They're really good. You got to let them break in for a long time before they open up. $5 super sticker. Thank you, my friend. Currently upgrading 30-year-old RCA cables and 30 to 40-year-old speaker wires. Going to use OFC 12-gauge speaker wires. There you go. You don't need anything fancy. If you do want something fancy, you can actually buy... Probably from my beard. I think you can actually buy AudioQuest's kind of entry-level cable by the foot and build your own. And then for RCAs, I like AudioQuest's like low-tier line or most affordable line. And then I also like World's Best Cables. All very good. Watching Christmas movies with amazing emo TV gear. Thanks for recommending, Randy. It's a good beginner sub to add. Obviously depends on the budget. The subs that have really surprised me and impressed me are subs from RSL, subs from, of course, our friends over at SVS. I think they're great. I have an SB1000 Pro, $600. A lot of times you can get a. Right now, actually, SVS is having a huge savings on their outlet stuff, and then you can't go wrong with Emotiva. So that's who I really stick with. I feel like it's just value for value. It's an awesome value. My son and his girlfriend are in the basement watching Die Hard. That's one of my Christmas. That's what I do. Traditions. So when I'm putting the kids' presents together, I put on Die Hard. I'm alone and have the virus. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. You're not alone anymore. Blue jeans cables are good too. Yeah, we get to hear that almost every time we talk about it. I have never had blue jeans cables, but everybody drones on about them. Not drones on. Everybody talks about them. Is it true that Fozzy ZA3 doesn't double its output in mono mode? Just watched the Willinston audio review today. Kind of a waste to buy two if that is the case. I'll have to check it out. I know he's got like an amp dyno that he does. So, I don't know. That's cool. I like that guy. He's actually subscribed to my channel, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'll check it out. I mean, even if it doesn't double, I mean, there could be heat issues or whatever. I'm trying to remember. Well, let me just pull up their ratings right here. Their stated ratings. I don't know if it's true or not. Fozzy ZA3. Fozzy Audio. Let's see what they have. Okay. No, I don't want to spin the wheel. All right. Oh, yeah. I mean, here we go. So 4 ohms, rated power, THD 1% is 180 watts. That's in stereo. And then rated power, mono mode, 235. So, no, you're not, even on their own page, they're not claiming that you're getting double the power. So there you go. Kind of a waste to buy two if it's the case. I don't know, man. I mean, if you want to turn 35 watts or whatever it is, I don't think it's a waste. I thought I got a heck of a lot more dynamic when I put them in mono. Bought the Sony SSCS5 for my dad this Christmas on your recommendation. Under $300 Detail Monster speaker. If in your last live session, I'm looking forward to hearing it myself. I love those speakers. And last but not least, what's your choice for bookshelf speakers under $1,000 for a pair? Using an Emotiva 300x2 power amp. Thanks and really enjoy your live streams. Right now, it'd probably be the Q Acoustics 5020s. Really, really like those. Under $1,000, you got a lot of options, though. Let's see, what else? Q's. I like the Wharfdale Denton 80th. It's around $500. Like the SVS Prime bookshelves. I'm not a huge fan of aluminum dome, but I think they do it really well. And then what else do I like? I like the Elax Unified 2.0s. Yeah, those are some of my favorites. Under $1,000 though, if you can have the room, the Wharfdale 12.4 are legit awesome. Very good. All right, good question at John Peterson. Where's John Peterson at? Is it true? Oh, there you go. Well, yeah. It doesn't double, and they don't claim that it does double. I'm pretty happy with Polk TSI 200. Oof, good speaker. If you can find them new, they're great price. How might compare to the Klipsch RO500M or 50M? Are you mean an RP 500M? Both on sale at Crutchfield. They're probably going to be a different sound. I had, I think the TSI something or others. It wasn't the 200s. Different sound. You're going to have a very forward-leaning mid-range on the Klipsch. And it's just going to have a different tonality with the titanium dome tweeter versus a soft dome tweeter, which I think is what the TSIs have. Just different sound. Some people prefer one over the other. All right. Doesn't bridge. All right. It works in mono. I don't know what the difference is between bridging and mono. Hey, look at that super chat. Guilherme, R$5. Merry Christmas from Rio, Brazil. What do you think about R2R DACs? What makes them so special? I've only heard Delta Sigma until now. I think it just depends. Some R2R DACs, like the Denafreps Aries 2, just amazing. Big soundstage, really fun. Big old linear power supply. I really enjoyed it. I think if you're going from something like a topping or an SMSL, I think you're going to be able to hear a difference. But again, like you can't just say all R2R DACs sound the same. And you can't say all Delta Sigma DACs sound the same. So there's a lot of variables that go into it. I know the R2R that I spent the most time was the Denafreps Aries 2. I really liked it until I got the Joshelli Labs AKM 4493. It's not that I didn't like the Denafreps anymore. I just wasn't using it anymore. So I ended up giving it away to a patron. If I wasn't going to use it, someone else should use it. Feliz Navidad from Portugal. Feliz Natal. I don't know. I'm assuming that means Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. What to do? Girlfriend bought me a record player. Wasn't ready to start building a hi-fi system. You come to the right place, my friend. You can throw it together for a very affordable price. Hey, I'll actually watching the game. Just popped in to wish everyone happy days ahead. Thank you. I've heard about the upcoming Schget tube phono stage. Will be an all-tube phono with enough gain for moving MC cartridges. Very cool. I can't wait to get that one in. I just got a new piece of Schget equipment in. I just got a really cool product. Where is it? I think it's right here. One of my cameras is sitting on it. Oosh. That is not it. I don't know where it's at. Anyway, it's a speaker amp. It has a DAC in it, and it has HDMI ARC connection. So if it sounds good at all, it's going to be great, and it's a fair price. Mike Stuvenart, $10. Merry Christmas, Randy. Thanks for your generosity. I won your Duke Audio VU3 amp speaker switcher. You know what? The funny thing is, I didn't mean to put that in the box. So that was when I'm like, where's my speaker amp switcher? I'm glad you got it, though. Switcher to the Discord giveaway. Then I saw your video. Sorry. Hello. Don't worry about it, man. Enjoy. I'm thinking about getting one that's a little bit beefier than that. So no worries at all. Buchard S400 Mark II with the Eversolo DMP A6 connected to the Fozzy Audio ZA3 with XLR cables. Very, very pleasing sound. You know what's so funny is like you got a pair of $2,400 or $2,500 speakers connected to, I don't know, $800 or $900 amp streamer, connected to like a 200 something. I don't even know if you're running in mono, but $100 something amp. Very cool. I like that. It's cool to see, you know, some premium speakers being run off of these very affordable Chinese amps, which incidentally use German, American, Japanese parts. So if they're legit parts, I imagine that they are, though, because you know Fozzy and Naeem are getting serious about really wanting to you know have a good reputation. Merry Christmas, Randy. By the way, I love your channel and appreciate your humor and sensibility. Thank you, John. That means a lot to me. A lot to me. Cannot beat. Weem Pro plus 100 watt power amp, Atoll, speaker box 5 and sub. Very nice. All right. Ooh, we're all the way at the bottom. Can't believe I have 238 people in here. This is cool. I'm glad I did it. You know, I was thinking about doing this, but I was like, you know, I was like, no one's going to be on it. Everyone's going to be doing stuff with their family. But then I thought, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. Everybody's doing something with their family. And it's terrible to be lonely by yourself or bored or borderline getting ready to like put your hand through a wall because the kids have been crazy, droning on and on about opening their Christmas presents. So either way, I thought it'd be cool, and I took a risk, and I was like, hey, let's do a live stream. What's the worst that can happen? Nobody shows up. Like the video, folks. I'm glad you did. Ever since my husband passed away, Christmas has not been the same. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't even imagine what that's like. I'm very blessed to have my wife not be dead. No, I don't mean to poke fun. I can't imagine, you know, all the traditions and everything like that you have with your spouse, loved one, and then you're on your own. But it's what new traditions, right? So I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that you know some place to go to with friends. Friends. We got Greg B saying sorry for your loss. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's really tough. Are the UB5 still on sale for $200? No, I actually checked today. They're back up to $300. And at $300, they do have a very different sound than the 2.0s, though. They're very much kind of that first gen Andrew Jones sound, where very full in the bass, and then they kind of just go off linearly. But in the room, I think it kind of room response, you get a little bit better. mid-range and top end. Steve Gray, $25. Thank you, Steve. Another long time at Patreon here. Patron, I guess I should say. Thank you, Steve, for being such a loyal and generous supporter of the channel. We are all only here for a flash in time, no matter what. Yeah, time is the only thing we can't make more of. To all those who are alone this Christmas, you are not alone. Agree. We're not alone. Can you make a list of components from source to output that we can purchase? I have like a recommended list. I need to update it. It's in the description of every one of my videos, and I've done multiple videos about like system under $300, system under $500, kind of the things that I would use for those systems. So they're out there. You got to dig for them though. I put out a lot of videos. Waiting for the Arendals to go on sale. Yeah, I don't know if they will because they're a direct to customer. So unless they're overstocked and they're coming out with something new, that's a tough one to think would go on sale. Happy Crimbo. I like that, from Northern Ireland. Wow, that's so cool. You have the nicest personality out of all the other YouTube channels. What you see is what you get. Not necessarily, because I can become a grump. I was a grump yesterday. But for the most part, yeah. I am who I am. I tried to be all buttoned up early on in the channel, and I was like, this isn't going to work. I can't do this. So it's just myself. Love the channel based on your advice, insights, and experience. Bought a new stereo system for my home office. God bless you, Cheap Audio Man. May this be your best Christmas yet. Thank you, William. It'd be cool if you were like your last name was Shatner. And it could be William or Billy Shat. I would love that. That'd be cool. Think about changing that. Just kidding. Hey, Randy, season's greetings from Great White North. Cheers from Calgary, Canada. Here we go. They do not go on sale. They have an outlet shop, though. Yeah, there you go. So there might be some scratch and dents or something that's been returned. Mixtress B. Good to see you again. Happy holidays. See all you cheap audio heads. Los Angeles / Angeles vinyl DJ here, Randy. Very nice. Good to see you here again. New patron. Hey, thank you. Going crabbing. Merry Christmas to, no, Siri, we don't want you. I hope to save money to get the Emotiva Bass XP T2. Got that one. Very good. Thanks for all your advice, Cam. You're the best. You are going crabbing. You're the best. Simon, Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for a wonderful Cam year, and may we all share another one next year. Yes. That's the goal. Been enjoying your shtick for over a year or so and your solid audio reviews. Well, thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Got to take a couple dogs out and then get ready for Santa. Chris, so nice to see you in here. Thank you for taking the time to stop by and say hello. Appreciate you. Chris is a regular. China bootlegs everything, however, with home speakers. I believe the shipping cost of large speakers limits. Yeah, I totally agree. Happy holidays, fellow to Randy from my fellow veterans. Happy holidays, my friend. Go to recordings for dynamic range. A lot of the acoustic, like folk stuff, and I know a lot of people don't like Mumford and Sons. I don't know why, but Mumford and Sons is great tracks for, kind of test dynamics because they start off real soft and then they get going really fast. My battery just died. Hold on. I got to put in a new one. There we go. My audio still should be good though. This shouldn't take but a second. Turn it off. Back on. Hit that. Go over here. Sorry. Still not very good at this. Hold on. I got to charge this battery now. That is dead. There goes the $3,500 headphones I just kicked on the floor. So yeah, I like Mumford and Sons for dynamic range. Kill me. Whole system is Chi-Fi except my RSL 12S. I just moved my RSL 12S up to the upstairs theater room. So good. Watching YouTube videos, including, has helped me put together my endgame system. Very good. Batman. Why doesn't Santa have kids of his own? He only comes once a year. Oh, I got it. Mumford is a great sound. Love their vibe. Theater room. LOL. Well, it's really the kids' playroom that I have a TV and a bunch of speakers in it. So yeah. Thanks, Randy, for your reviews. Made it possible to breathe new life into a vintage Harman Kardon 3250 Wii Mini SMSL SU1 with some ELAC WB 6.2s. Very nice. Very, very nice. Love Skip for producing great quality products in USA and still keeping it price free. Yeah, I do too. Love them. Anybody eyeballing the DMP A6 Master Edition? Also, please know there's a drop-in linear power supply for it now. 9 out of 10 would recommend. Yeah, I'm sure it's great. The DMP A6 regular is great too. Favorite jazz artist, Christmas tune? I'm not a jazz guy. I've been listening to a lot of Christmas music. Actually, I was listening to A Twisted Christmas by Twisted Sister tonight. And then I like a lot of Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I get a kick out of them. Christmas Canon Rock, really like that one. The Nut Rocker, really like that one too. I'm a fan of Emotiva Arundel Shkit. Screet, please scroll up and read my last. All right. Baseball Life. All right, let me see what your picture is. It looks like two buildings. All right. Let's see. Why don't you just ask it again? That's usually the easiest part. I bought two of these Fozzy ZA3s, and I currently have an Akio 6100 with front AR820F clips and a cheap 5.1.2 Quintet 3 surround with SW350. Can I use these Fozzy to power the front? It completely depends on your Onkyo 6100. If your Onkyo 6100 has preamp outs for the LCR, then absolutely you can. If it does not, then you cannot. That's the easiest way to answer that question. Bring back the figurines for awards because we missed them. They're around here somewhere. I need to do more speaker shootouts. Then I can do that. Using Emotiva XBA2 and a pair of their XS12 subwoofers. Very nice. I have an XPA, but I loaded it. I got it with mono modules, and then I added another mono module for my center speaker, and then I have 4 stereo modules. So total of 11 channels. And I've almost got it loaded out. It's been so much fun to mess with it. Happy holidays to you from the Dominican Republic. Thanks for all your advice. Thank you, my friend. You have their newer monoblocks, right? I have the A1s. And then I also have the differential monoblocks, which are monsters. I mean, just so much fun. The problem with Emotiva stuff is it's so big. Like, I can't fit it all in my rack. So, anyway. Audio surprise and audio disappointment of the year. I was thinking about doing the worst of 2023. I don't like to be, like, super negative, though. So, audio surprise. Let's see. There's a harmonic dyne headphone that was really surprising. I thought it was great. Pairs were great. The SU1 was probably the biggest surprise from SMSL, which is a DAC. It was the biggest surprise of the year for me because it was just so good. All the Weem products, I mean, at some point, like, I wasn't surprised because I knew they were just going to crush it with all of their new releases. I was surprised by the PMC Prodigy 1s. Very surprised by the Arundel 1723 Monitor S's. Like, really surprised. And it's $2,000, but I mean, I figured I was going to hear a good speaker. And I heard like a really good speaker. What else? There was some stuff I just didn't love. The PSB powered speakers, I didn't love them. I thought they were grossly overpriced too. The FIO RT3 headphones I thought were terrible. Yeah, I'd have to look back through. There's a few things. I usually don't do negative reviews. I mean, if it's like a really bad product, I won't review it. Bought a maxed out J2 based on your raves. What's the current thinking about upgrading the power supply? Steve, I have mine on a linear, but in talking to Gino, he said it shouldn't matter. But I have mine on a linear power supply. So yeah. Like new Project DAC Box S2 linear power supply just sitting here if anyone would be interested. There you go. Get with DZY 1119. There you go. In the market for a new turntable and want to spend $1,500 to $2,000. Looking at used VPI scouts and such. Any recommendations? If you got $2,000, you may be able to squeeze one of these in. It's the Michel Techno Deck. May be able to get it around $200. You have to buy a tone arm with it, and then you also have to buy a cartridge. You could probably squeeze it in. It's great. It's wonderful. It's awesome. U-Turn has a new turntable out. It comes in at $1,000. And then, of course, Project has some cool stuff. And then Riga. I've never reviewed Riga, though, so I couldn't, like... Again, I can't put my name on Riga quite yet. Don't know what you think about vinyl records, but I found a rare blank back introducing the Beatles a few weeks ago. Sweet. Very nice. Order on 2M bronze and black, so I'm good on carts for now. There you go. Check out Michel, family-owned business, 3 generations, if not 4 generations owned. So, yeah, it's a good outfit for sure. I love mine. The motor is actually removed from the actual platter, or the plinth, I mean, by like 1 millimeter. So it's really cool. So the motor doesn't even touch the plinth. Trying to stream Amazon Music from my Sam S21 to SR7015 with HEOS via Bluetooth. No way to hardwire. Wi-Fi is running full speed, but can't get one song to play fully without it stopping. Well, if you have HEOS, HEOS has Amazon built in natively. So if you go through their very frustrating app, you should be able to connect your Amazon Music account through the HEOS app and then play it through that. The irony about HEOS and Amazon Music is if you connect it to Alexa, then it actually responds very quickly to voice commands. But HEOS is somewhat of a dumpster fire, unless they've really improved it in the last year or two. My advice to you is go buy a Weem Mini, plug it in, and be done with it, and you'll have seamless streaming. Anybody heard the Fozzy TX20 tube amp? I have not. Please don't say it. I think mine's unplugged in here. Somebody home. The older kids might be home. I'm getting tired and got a lot of work to do. Fosse ZA3 uses TPA 3255, which has 4 single-ended amplifiers. ZA3 in stereo mode uses bridged pairs. Bridged tied load in mono. It parallels those parallel. There you go. Someone that's obviously way smarter than me. Emotiva RMC1 has been exemplary to me. I have an RMC1L. It's picky about which TV it likes to work with from like a handshake perspective on HDMI. But like mine's running flawlessly now. I had some issues with it, and then I got on the horn with them, and I was not running the first update. And then I also had some of my presets wrong. I guess there's some weird little glitch that if you don't assign HDMI 1 to the number 1 shortcut on your remote, it can cause all sorts of craziness. So I had like optical 1 assigned to the number 1 button on the remote. And I guess that just causes a whole bunch of problems. Home speaker line, made in USA. Come on with it. There's Zoo Audio. They're made in the US. There is, God, what is this name? Also has a name. It's a Tecton. Tecton's made in the US. Can't think of any others off the top of my head. Getting tired. It's almost Die Hard time in the garage. So welcome, Randy. Glad you're live and we're all a part of this. I'm just unworking my sealed sub and 2.1 system. Guess you might be interested. A 12-inch car sub powered by a little note sign. I was actually getting ready to look at some contenders to buy for that little project. It's gonna be a fun video. So if I get some time and I'm not dead tired, then I'm going to shop around a little bit tonight. But first I have to eat the rest of an apple pie that I made last night. Can always hunt down. Okay, that's a turntable one, I think. What's the most expensive system you've put together in your house? That's got to be the Emotiva system, so the RMC1L. Now, granted, you don't really need that for a 2-channel system. So the RMC1L, if I was just running 2 channels, that I think is over $3,000. That was going into a pair of differential DRC1s that I think that comes to like $3,200. So we're at 6,600 and we don't even have speakers on there. So yeah. Mixtress B, Costco apple pie. Now I made my own. I just buy the pie filling, get some pie crust, dump it in, put the other one on top. There you go. Merry Christmas, everyone. Cheers and be safe. Agreed. I have 2 ZA3 on pre-order with a set of SSCS5s. What do you need? What do need to stream and complete the system? Weem Pro. Best option. If you can swing the Weem Pro Plus, that's even better because it's got a better DAC, the 4493 AKM in it. So yeah. Very good. About the same price though. That's $200. You can usually get the Weem Pros on sale for about $120, and then a SMSL SU1 is about $70. I think it sounds a little bit better, but if you don't want to buy cables and have multiple stuff to plug in, I would get the Weem Pro Plus and then right into the ZA3, and then you're done. And you have some analog inputs and all sorts of cool stuff. What did you think of OCD Mikey's room at CAF? Thoughts on those Fisher and Fisher slates? You know, I peeked my head in there. I kind of gave him a head nod just to say hello. And that's all the time I spent in there. So I didn't really get an opportunity to spend any real time or even listen to any of the stuff in his rooms. But I did see him, and I wanted to kind of, as a courtesy, go and say hello. Does the Wing Pro really need an expensive aftermarket linear power supply? No, it's got an internal power supply, I think. No, it's a 5-volt, right? The amp has an internal power supply. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Probably not. Does it really need it? No. I mean, I think you can make better improvements. I mean, a linear power supply is about $100 or something. I don't know. I doubt it. I mean, I'm running one, but that's just because I have one. You will blow up your Sony SS5 with 2 Fozzy ZA3s. That's overkill. Big Worm, I'm going to have to disagree on that because generally speaking, we're not using the majority of the power. And actually at full tilt, I still think the SSCS5s can handle. I was rolling them at 90 dB and they were going just fine. I think that's a bit of a misnomer as far as like blowing up speakers. I mean, it took me about 600 or 700 watts to blow up a pair of Dayton Audios. So, yeah. Merry Christmas. Can't wait to unwrap my surprise Wing Pro Plus in the morning. Very cool. Randy, have you been to the other Randy's audio shed yet? I have no idea what that means. So I'm going to go with no. I have not been to the other Randy's audio shed. Why are AudioQuest cables so expensive? I don't think they are. I mean, I only buy their entry-level stuff. Like their HDMI cables, $40, 40 to 50. Yeah, they're more expensive than like a generic HDMI cable. Their RCAs, I don't think are terrible. A short optical, a little bit more expensive. Now, they have an entire line that goes up from there that gets crazy, but their entry-level stuff, which is still very good, and I use that in World's Best Cables, are I think reasonably priced. I don't go, I sat in the AudioQuest room at a trade show. It wasn't open to the public, so it's just like industry people. And the guy himself, the AudioQuest guy, said you're going to be able to tell the biggest difference between whatever cables you're using now and our entry-level cables. He literally said to me, everything above our entry-level cables, you're going to hear maybe some improvements, but not nearly as much improvement as you are going from like a generic power cable, generic interconnects to their entry-level line. So I think that's cool, right? So it's the best bang for your buck, and it's actually, like I said, man, not very expensive. So yeah. Would a sub be needed with those Z2 ZA3s and SSCS5s? Yeah, if you want to fill out the bottom. The Sony's punch pretty good for their size, but I mean, if you really want to hear all the music, yeah, you're definitely going to need a sub. Definitely going to need a sub. Faux show. But you're going to have to run a sub out from each. So here's the gotcha on that. If you're using the ZA3s in mono, you have independent volumes. If you use the sub out, you get a summed signal. However, when you're using it in mono, you only have one signal going into it. So you're going to have to use the sub out from both of the ZA3s and then put that into your right and left RCA inputs on the subwoofer. If the volumes are identical, then there's no problem. But if you're moving the volumes around a little bit, like if you have your left speaker in a corner, and you need to play your right speaker a little bit louder so that you can get a better center image, then there's going to be discrepancies in the bass information if the right and left bass information is really different. In practice, I don't think it's probably going to make that big of a deal. But just keep that in mind. In the process of getting a 76 Dodge Demon. Very nice. My brother and dad, so it's something I'll look into for audio gear when we get there. Man, that sounds great. I would love to see the progress that you make, see what shape it's in, and then see you working on it. I don't think I've ever seen a green Christmas hat before. This is a Grinch Christmas hat. Grinch. Yeah. All right. I think I'm going to call it a night. I got some stuff to do. I'm so happy that there's so many of you that joined me tonight. I really enjoyed it. I hope you all have a great evening. Safe evening. Have some candy. Be kind to yourself. Call a relative. My brother called me tonight. It was nice catching up with him. And yeah. It's a blast. If you have kids, go have fun. If you're alone, watch a Christmas movie or something. I'm going to go watch Die Hard. I love y'all very much. Even if you don't like me, I still love you because you've enabled my dreams to come true. This is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. YouTube is. And it's all because of you. It's all because of folks watching and helping me and supporting me and encouraging me. So it's amazing that me, a guy that wanted to poke fun at some of the other audio YouTube channels and talk about stuff no one wanted to talk about because they all thought it was crap. It's just amazing that I'm here where I'm at today. And it's all because of y'all. So very grateful. Very, very, very grateful for y'all. So have a great Christmas. I will speak to you later. I'm going to have some videos come out. Some of them are going to be kind of like multiple videos edited together, like my best of. I'm going to do the whole best ofs together, but I'm going to take out all the sponsorships, all the intros and outros. So it's just going to be like real one long video if you guys want to throw that on or something. I may have the Meze Elite 2 video out before the end of the year. Got to make a quick trip up north, so I'm still going to be putting out videos. So hopefully there'll be a few, 2, 3, 4 before the end of the year. All right, y'all. Good night. Good night. Good night. Merry Christmas tomorrow. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever holiday you celebrate, happy holiday to you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.